3 of the best Town Hall 13 Queen Walk attacks that you can use for 3 stars. Let's explain everything to increase your 3-star success. The Queen Charge Hybrid is one of the best ways to understand the Queen Charge and Queen Walk. This attack strategy is going to require you to focus on pathing. This is the most important thing. So you want to mainly start this off by funneling your Archer Queen. This means that you are going to be bringing in the use of something like baby dragons or even sneaky goblins to help create the funnel to move yourself in. In case you're dealing with an enemy CC, chances are it would be a smart play to lure them out and use a poison spell. That way you're able to deal with them. You want to make sure that you're using both rage and freeze spells to support your queen as you work your way through, dealing with any enemy CC troops alongside any enemy heroes by using the spells. You could even bring in the use of a wizard or even minions to help protect the healers and speed through lava pups if you're seeing a lava hound CC. Now chances are, if you have the siege barrack, you do want to use the siege barrack to create one side of the funnel with your barbarian king, which means you want to make sure that you've got one lane to drive yourself around the base. You've got your queen to funnel out one side and your heroes alongside the siege barrack on the other. That gives you a very easy lane to move in with your hogs and miners. As you're working yourself in, you want to use an early heal spell in order to keep your troops alive. You could even use your royal champion to help support your main push as you're dealing with other enemy heroes as you work yourself around. Using the other heal spells either on the back end or even using it right after to make sure that they are staying healed up, and using the Grand Warden ability if any of your troops go to the town hall. In this case, you also could even use a free spell on something like a scatter shot in order to make it a little bit easier for you to push your way through that. And of course, you do want to just make sure that you have predictable pathing set as you start to finish up the rest of it. In case you don't have access to the siege barrack or you don't really feel like using it, you can always use a battle blimp for something like an inferno or for any given area or even the town hall if you want to remove it without using the Queen Charge. That way it can also help you in terms of the funneling for this attack. Those are just the type of things that I would always look out for. Just make sure that you have very simple pathing and you're keeping your hogs and your miners together so you can have the most success while using this attack. Now, if you like to use air but you want to use dragons, using a Queen Charge Dragons is really good. Pathing is the most important, but in other cases, you're actually looking for other air targeting defenses. You want to start off by funneling your queen. It is by far essential in really any Queen Charge attack to funnel your queen in. Using something like baby dragons or even sneaky goblins can actually help to move your queen in for the enemy CC and even for the town hall. You do want to make sure that you are using a poison spell on that enemy CC so they're not too much of a threat. And in case you're going up against something like a dragon or double dragon CC, this will work a lot for you. If you're dealing with an enemy hero, you might want to bring a headhunter. It could actually help you a lot if you want to be able to have a bit more success in getting through an enemy hero that isn't the Grand Warden altar, because it's a defense, not a hero. In order to make sure that you're able to cut off the other side of the funnel, you want to make sure that you are going ahead and using something like a Barbarian King. It is a good way to create one side of the funnel for your queen so she can go into the core. And in a Queen Charge Dragon attack, funneling out one side and work yourself into the core of the base allows you to get more of the base down so your dragons have an easier time, like the Eagle Artillery here, as it poses a very big threat. Once you've gotten rid of the core or you're starting to work yourself into the core, you can protect your queen by using a rage spell and using a stone slammer in case you have that available. If you're bringing a battle blimp in, you could always use it to remove an entire compartment, but that is up to you. In this case, using a stone slammer is better because you're able to remove a compartment even without that by using a balloon and maybe a dragon rider. And then you can start sending in your dragons. You want to make sure that you can bring in some dragon riders to actually support them as they move themselves in. So using an early Grand Warden ability will help you get through something like a single target Inferno, and it will help protect your dragons. You've got free spells to help your queen, you've got free spells to help your dragons and your dragon riders, you've even got a jump spell to get your queen even deeper into the base to continue to move through. You could bring in the use of rage spells for your dragons and your dragon riders, but you don't necessarily need to do that to have a lot of success. All you really need to do is really have your queen move her way through in the core, using the rage spells and any free spells that you have to help support her, so you're able to get a huge success with using it, which is why the Queen Charge Dragons is a really strong option. One of the most tried and true methods is the Queen Charge Lalo. In terms of this attack, you always want to look at the enemy CC and either the enemy Archer Queen or the enemy Royal Champion, or even both of them. So you want to start this off by funneling out two different areas. You're going to be using something like a Baby Dragon, Sneaky Goblin, and of course either the Barbarian King and a Yeti, or you can of course use a Baby Dragon and more Sneaky Goblins in order to cut off the funnel. You want to make sure that your queen is moving in for your desired location. Using something like Headhunters to help remove the enemy Barbarian King if your queen gets targeted can actually help you a lot. You want to make sure that what you're doing is breaking yourself into the base, so that way you can deal with the enemy CC troops. That way you can also remove other units, such as the Grand Warden statue and the scatter shots, since they both actually do a surprisingly huge amount of damage. As you're working yourself in, however, I would recommend using something like the freeze spell to make it a little bit easier for you to move through, and the rage spells to keep your queen alive. As you're able to work yourself through, you may want to use something like an invisibility spell to prevent your queen from being locked on by the Eagle Artillery. That's a deadly defense for a Queen Walk or Queen Charge. So using an invisibility does help for any type of Queen Charge. As you're starting to work yourself in with your Lalo now, you want to start off with a Stone Slammer. The Stone Slammer should be the way to start off the attack, and you could use stuff like Haste and Freeze to help move your way through. You want to make sure that you've got one big group to move in for the Town Hall, since you may not have removed it with the Queen Charge. But you could also bring in the use of your Royal Champion to help make sure that your troops go into that Town Hall. Makes it a lot easier as you move through. You could even use the Grand Warden ability to protect your balloons and Stone Slammer as they move through the Town Hall. Using a haste spell to get to that Town Hall can be another viable option. And the 2 to 3 haste spells that you're going to be using, you should be using to get to key defenses like the Infernos and the Town Hall. The main goal of the freeze spells in a Lalo is to freeze up air defenses. That way your balloons aren't getting hit too quickly, and you could also protect something like your Grand Warden or your Royal Champion from a single target Inferno, unlike this Grand Warden. Overall, as long as you still have your cleanup, you will still have a lot of really good cleanup. Speaking of that, using minions can help you a lot after you get to a desired location with your Lava. That way you can start cleaning up quicker and you're able to move your way through. It is very important that you use it earlier rather than later, so you can actually not time fail and still get a 3-star. This is why this is one of the most tried and true methods that you can use to get triples, and how you can get them consistently. Now, if you're still struggling with the Queen Charge or Queen Walk, I do have a couple videos right over here for you guys to check out, and I'll actually have an up-to-date Queen Walk and Queen Charge guide in the future. Let me know if you want to see that. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell if you want to see more content like this at a high quality. And also, a great way to support me is by using my creator code CORRUPT before purchasing the Gold Pass or any special offers that come out in the shop. I'll be catching you guys in the next video. Corrupt, signing out.